Good morning, children. In the previous class, we learned about what is network and what are the uses of network, and we learned the types of network, that is LAN, WAN, and MAN. Today, we will learn about network topologies. I'll share the screen with you to teach you. Yeah, this is network topology. What is network topology? The arrangement or the layout of computers that are connected to one another for connection and for sharing resources is called a topology. In different styles, they may be connected. You can see here are some of the topologies that are labeled. Let's start with our topologies. Yeah. The network topology is the arrangement or the layout of computers connected to one another for communication and to share the resources. What are the resources? The peripherals, that is your printer and the scanner. The first type of topology is the bus topology. The bus topology, you can see that the arrangement is in a straight line. This cable, which is in a straight line, is called the backbone cable. It's a single continuous cable, and on this cable, each computer is connected. These computers are called as nodes. Since they are in a straight line, it's called the bus topology. A signal from the source, it travels in both directions, that is from here and from here, from both directions. That is, it can travel this way also, it can travel this way also. It travels to all the machines that are connected in this bus. And suppose this machine wants to send a message to this machine. It travels through in both directions, all the machines that are connected on the bus cable, till it finds its intended recipient. Till it goes to its recipient, it keeps moving. And you see they have these terminators. These terminators, you have two terminators so that whatever signals, the signals, when they reach the end, it prevents from bouncing back. So it goes to the intended computer. And so if they don't receive it, then basically the data is lost. I mean, it doesn't come back to that computer. The advantages is it's a very small network, and it data travels in both directions to any of the machines. And in the bus topology, the bus topology finds, the cable finds the intended recipient where the information has to be transmitted. So it is a small network, and the arrangement is very, very easy to arrange it because it's a single liner. It's done in a single line of system, in a single line of fashion, and they are using very less cable wire. So it's economical. So they don't spend a lot of money on this. The disadvantages, if any one computer is affected, basically we don't know from where the thing has been affected, because all of them stop working. And even if this main cable wire is broken or damaged, the whole network stops working. So we shall read it. The bus topology is a single continuous cable wire that is connected to all the computers that are in the network device, and the central cable wire is called the backbone. And this type of network is called as bus network or bus topology network. The signals from the source travels in both directions till it reaches the intended recipient. The advantages: it's a small network, easy to arrange, and you can just use, all these computers can use a single peripheral. That means printer can be attached and anyone can print with this printer. So they have a single printer or a single scanner. So it saves space. and it's in a linear fashion. And so we need just very less cable wire to arrange this. The disadvantages, it's difficult to identify where the problem is because it's a single line cable. And if you need a large network, it's very difficult, because if you have a large network, it can the cables can get damaged. If the cables get damaged, the whole network stops working. And you need definitely two terminators at both the ends of the main cable so that the signals don't bounce back. It avoids the bouncing of signals. The terminator is used to absorb the signals when the signal reaches the ends, preventing it from bouncing. This is bus topology. The next topology is star topology. In this type of topology, the network is connected to a central hub. So all these computers are connected through the hub. And it is point-to-point connection. Each one is separately arranged. So even if one computer gets spoiled, the others don't get affected. So basically this hub is arranged so that the traffic signals goes equally. They can have the same amount of signals to all the places. And any information that has to go from this computer to this computer, it has to go through the hub. It passes, it's a transverse, it comes back like this. So before it goes to the destination, if you're sending a message to this person, it has to go through the hub. So let's read what is it. In this type of network, every computer is connected to the hub with a point-to-point connection. All traffic and information are transverses. They pass through the hub before it reaches, it gets transferred to the destination. What's the advantage? The advantage is it's very easy topology, designed very well, and it can be implemented very easily. And every computer is separately connected with a cable wire from the hub. So failure in one computer does not affect the others. They continue to work. And problem can be easily detected because they are on separate cable wires. They can be detached. Anything is not working can be detached, just removed off from the this connection. So the disadvantages, it definitely is costly because each computer has to be arranged with a separate line. So it's expensive and it's very difficult to expand. So depending upon the number of ports, you can add some computers, but very difficult to add more computers. I think you would have to put another hub to add some more computers. And it would be difficult for dividing the signals. And if the hub fails, if it gets a problem, the whole thing stops working because all are dependent on the central unit, that's the hub. Next comes the ring topology. You can see it's arranged in the ring shape. Basically, first, whenever the any information was sent, it would go only in one direction. Now you have computers that are sending it in two-way, but there's a problem on this two-way system. So when it's going on two-way system, it's called as bidirectional. And if it is one way, it's called unidirectional. In this topology, it is in the shape of a closed loop. And here you don't have any hub. So one computer is connected to another till it reaches, if I send a message till it reaches its destination, it goes in that line. So here, because it has to travel through each node, the transmission of these signals, they stay strong only because it does not go from here directly to another. It goes through each computer. So the signals are retained. And as I told you, it goes in one direction, it's called unidirectional. And if it is in two directions, both ways, then it's called bidirectional. Let's read it. In ring topology, the computers are connected to each other in a closed loop. There is no central hub. Data passing through each intermediate node, it has to pass through each node if any data is being sent, and it goes in one direction until it reaches its destination. The intermediate node, it repeats or retransmits the data. The data comes here, and again it's transmitted to the next, and again to the next till it reaches its destination. So it keeps the signal strong. Most ring topologies, they send their data in one direction, it's called unidirectional ring topology. If it's sending it in two directions, it's called bidirectional. The advantages: the data flow in one direction, it reduces the chances of packets getting collided. So suppose if I'm sending a message from here also, I'm sending a message from, it's going from this computer, it may collide, and there's a problem because the signals, if both of them reach at the same time, then the signals become, it just gets exchanged, or the packets, that's the messages are basically sent in small packets, so that's easy to transfer the information. Signal quality remains constant, and because it's going through each segment, it's passing through each node, and it's very economical because it's very short cable. And in this type of topology, optical cables are very suitable. Optical cables are like glass tubes within inside the wire, which sends the light rays, and so the film comes very clear, the picture is very clear. They're called as optical fiber cables. Then additional workstations can be added without creating any problem, because you don't have a hub which has only few points to connect the computer. Here you can add as many computers as you want. That's the advantages. It goes in one directions. Then so there's no colliding of any of the packets or the data that is being sent. Signal quality remains constant because it is being regenerated as it enters in every computer, as a data center every computer. It is very economical because the cable wires are very short. You can add workstations whenever you want to add without creating any problem. The disadvantage is it has to pass through every workstation, and so by the time it reaches the destination, it takes quite a long time. It gets very slow. It's less reliable because if one node fails, one computer fails, the entire network is affected. Let's see the next topology. The next topology is mesh topology. Mesh topology, here every computer is interconnected with one another. If this computer is here, it has to be connected to all these other computers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers. This computer has to be connected to all these 5 computers. That is called interconnected. They have to be connected to one another, and it allows more transmission to be distributed, because if I'm sending, I'll send it at the same time to all the 5. And it is suitable for wireless network. Definitely it's not suitable for wired network because they might get crumpled. The wires might get crumpled. It's very useful for wireless network. The advantage is you have high amount of traffic. You can send it at the same time to 5 people because each one can transmit data simultaneously at the same time. Failure in one device, it does not affect the other devices. If one is not working, maybe this one will send it to the remaining. It's like that. Additional devices will not disturb the others. You can add as many devices for data transmission and for the data flow. What's the disadvantage? The disadvantage is definitely it's costly because you're using a lot of wires, and if you are setting up this thing, it needs very high speed. And second, the setup of this is very difficult. It takes lots of time to set up because each computer has to be connected to all the computers in the room. And dismissing devices is high. If you have to remove one device, the information which has to come from this device to other devices, it totally damages the flow, and not damages, it's very high cost for losing one computer in this type of network, and reduces the efficiency. Maybe this computer was more stronger to send data, and it may have been the best person who's sitting on this. So the dismissing of one computer, it reduces the efficiency, and it's costly, this type of setup. This is mesh topology. The next topology is tree topology. Tree topology is a combination of both bus and star topology. Can you see this? The straight line is the bus topology. It's a single cable or the backbone, and it is connected with a group of computers which is arranged like a stars. So it is just expanding. It's an expanded type of topology. So you use both bus and star topology in this. The tree topology is a combination of both star and bus topology. The tree topology In the tree topology, the number of stars are connected to the central, the central cable, which is the mainstream cable or the main cable, and the stars that are arranged from the mainstream are like small branches. They are the stars. And this type of topology can be easily expanded, and so it's called the expanded star topology. The advantages of this topology is expansion of network is possible, and it's very easy to expand. Since the whole network is going on one single cable and is divided into segments, it is very easy to maintain each part separately. Error is detected very easy, and to do the corrections or do the maintenance for this is very easy. Each segment is provided with point-to-point connection, because in the star it's provided with hubs. So point-to-point connections are there because it has a central hub. So one segment is damaged, the other segments can work. If this one branch is not working, the other branches will work and they'll not get affected. But there is a disadvantage, because if the main cable bus is, this bus cable is damaged, none of these branches will work. None of these segments will work. If it is broken, the whole network gets crippled. They stop working. Expansion is possible, but maintaining them is very difficult, because you have to keep adding so many nodes, again put a hub and then connect all of them with different cable wires. So addition of this is very difficult. So these are the types of topologies: bus topology, star topology, ring topology, mesh topology, and tree topology. Now let's study about protocols. The network just doesn't work like that. You need certain things that should guide this network to communicate from one computer to another. So this is called as a protocol. So a protocol is a set of rules, or they are guidelines that help in communication between two computers that are connected on the network. We have many types of protocols. I've given here some protocols. You can check on the net the other types of protocol. The first type of protocol is HTTP, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What does it do? It accesses, receive, and it's used for accessing and receiving hypertext markup language. I think you did HTML already. Hypertext markup language files on the internet. All these hypertext files are received and they're accessed using the HTTP. The SMTP is a simple mail transfer protocol. This is used for transferring your emails between computers. The third one is POP3. It means Post Office Protocol version 3. There are actually different versions. This version was most common for personal emails. Now, in personal emails, when you send a message and when you are checking your mail, you open your mail, automatically this message gets deleted from the main email box. So POP is most common account type of personal email. Message gets deleted from the server. Wherever till the person sees his mails, it is there in the server. Once the person reads his mail or open or checks his mail, it gets deleted. Message gets deleted from the server once you check your email. The next one is IMAP. That is Internet Message Access Protocol, IMAP. And IMAP is a protocol for email to retrieve, to store. It's an alternative thing of POP. POP also does the same thing. It stores it in the server. So this also receives and stores any messages, your emails. FTP is file transfer protocol. It is used definitely for showing files that have to be copied between devices. So you're transferring your file. When you share it to transfer a file, something like that, but you need a protocol to help you to activate this type of work. It ensures the delivery of, it shows files to be copied between devices. TCP means Transmission Control Protocol. This is one of the most important protocol on your internet. TCP and your IP. The TCP means Transmission control protocol. It's controlling. It ensures the delivery of information, and it sends them in packets, small packets. The information is sent across the net so that it reaches its destination without any problem. So this is what is TCP. IP is Internet Protocol. I already told you your IP address and all that. IP address, that is IP, is used to show files to be copied between the networks, which files have to be, the protocol tells. Ripple is a payment protocol. It is called as XPR. Ripple is used for sending money. You send money through the internet, you know, you're doing net banking and all. That is Ripple. And it is point-to-point protocol. It is data link protocol used for establishing direct connection between two nodes. I think you understood about protocol. Go through it once again and see the other type of protocols that are necessary for communication over the internet. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Study your lessons every day and be safe. Do your homework. Thank you, children.